Hey there, experts. Annalisa Parent coming at you live today to talk about the kind of book that you need in order to launch your next phase of your career. So whether that's wanting to get on stage or if you're looking to scale your business and increase your client base, whatever your goal is, you need a book to get there. And I'm sure that you've heard that out there in the world. People are always saying, you need a book, you need a book, you need a book. Yeah, you definitely need a book. The question is, what kind of book? And the thing is that most entrepreneurs, one of the things that I hear the most is, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not a writer. I don't know how to write a book. You know, I've written things, I write a blog, or I write proposals, I write things every day, but I don't know how to write the kind of book that I need. And so that feels really frustrating for a lot of entrepreneurs, for a lot of speakers, for a lot of CEOs. It feels frustrating, but it's also really scary. They don't want to say the wrong thing. And really important, right? These entrepreneurs, these speakers, these CEOs, and probably you, we have limited time in the day, right? And so we don't want to be wasting time writing the wrong kind of book. So there are a lot of things that go wrong here: wasted time, not knowing what to write, and so feeling frustrated and feeling fearful. Lots of things that can go wrong in this process. So today, I'm going to walk you step by step through the kind of book that you need. So one of the things that happens for these entrepreneurs, speakers, CEOs who are writing their book is that it's a logical thought to think, well, this is my book about my area of expertise, so this is a book about me. And in fact, it is not a book about you. This is a book actually about your client and your relationship to your client. So when we speak only about ourselves, whether it's from the stage or on our blog or in our book, we end up looking like egomaniacs. It sounds like me, or some kind of self-promotion or self-aggrandizing, and that alienates the reader. They don't want to engage with that. Those are books that are not read because they're about the author, and what you really want is to have your book be about the client, and that relationship that you have with the client, so that you don't alienate that potential client by coming off as that egomaniac or that self-aggrandizing, self-promotional person. So having a book that starts that conversation with the client is really essential. What else? So the other kind of book that you want is one that acts like a time machine. So lots of entrepreneurs every single day are spending a lot of time and money on a one-to-one marketing effort, right? So I get on the phone with someone, or I have a Facebook chat with someone, or maybe I'm texting with someone, and I'm telling them about what I can do for them and their books. That takes a lot of my time during the day. I can't do that while I'm sleeping. I can't do that while I'm out to dinner with my friends. I can't do it from the shower. That would be awkward. So my ability to do that is limited to moments where I can be on the phone texting with someone. A book can act like a time machine. It's in your place. It's having that conversation, again, that meaningful conversation, not me, but having that real conversation with your potential client while you're sleeping, while you're in the shower, while you're driving the car. And in addition to giving you more time, it scales massively the number of people you can be having a conversation with. So if I'm talking to one person about what I can do for them, I'm limited to that one conversation. A book can be read by 1,000 people all at the same time. So I can be cloning myself to have 1,000 conversations all at once, right? So it's just optimizing massively my ability to have dialogue, meaningful dialogue with multiple people at any time. That's really powerful. But that can't happen, that time machine effect can't happen if you don't have a conversation starting book, right? So people don't want to be talked to, they want to be talked with. And when you talk with people, then they start to engage and you're upping your know, like, and trust factor. People are engaged in the content that you've created and they want to be a part of that, right? And because you've got your personality in that book, whether it's your personal personality or your brand personality, then people are interacting with that and they're really resonating with it. Which brings me to my next point, and that is that the very best kind of expert book weeds out the people that you should work with and the people that you shouldn't work with. So sometimes that's really hard, especially for beginning entrepreneurs, to think about being rejected. But as you get a little bit more wisdom and get down the line, you realize that rejection is one of the most powerful things that can happen to you, because working with the wrong client isn't going to help the client, and it's certainly not going to help your peace of mind. So we're going to filter out those people right from the get-go. And we're going to do that with the way that you write your book and the branding of your book. Now, when you thought about your branding for your business, this is one of the things that you thought about, right? So let's say you chose purple as your color. All of the people who don't like purple probably aren't going to work with you. Now, that's a silly example because people don't have really strong convictions about color, but your business stands for something. And that means that some people should work with you and some people should not. And likewise, your book should reflect that some people should work with you and some people should not. Because when you're taking in the wrong clients, you end up frustrated, they're not getting the results that you promised. It's just not working. It's like pulling teeth. When you work with the right clients, right, that's like hanging out with your best friends, that you are happy for them, they're happy to be working with you, you are in symbiosis to get that work done. Those are the clients you want to be attracting with a good quality expert book. I promised you that this week we would be talking about the attributes of a quality expert book. This is our second session. We will continue to discuss how to create a quality entrepreneur expert book. So stay tuned for future lives this week. If you'd like to talk with me about how you can put together a quality expert book that will scale your business, bring in additional clients and additional revenue, I've set aside some time in my calendar to chat with me, to get on the phone and talk about where your business is, where you'd like it to be, and how a book can help you to get there. The link will be in the comments. You can drop yourself directly into my calendar. I look forward to chatting with you about your future successes.